Hello, my fellow two-brainers. I am Jay Cohen. We are at Locomotion Fitness. That's my gym. My job is to try and teach you some of the stuff that I've learned along my journey to help you live a rich life as a gym owner, help your coaches make a good living, and change your members' lives for the better. Today, what we're gonna talk about is your members and who you want to be serving and how to create different categories of your customer so that you can deliver messaging, services, really just give them a better experience and make sure that you have the tools to speak with them. And what I'm talking about is creating client avatars. And all an avatar is a general category of someone that you are serving. And that's really the first thing that I want you to think about when you are deciding on your client avatars is who do you want to serve? Who do you feel called to help in the world? Is it veterans? Is it moms? Is it busy professionals? Is it people new to fitness? Is it experienced athletes? Is it field sport athletes, right? The list is endless of the people that you could choose to help. And so it's really important that you get clear on what drives you, what makes you feel like you're having an impact. Because just looking at your membership and what they are currently comprised of, that's great, and that's where we're gonna go next, but maybe you need to zoom out a little bit and think about the avatar that actually calls to you. So once you do that, next step is to start to build out some of those avatars. And there needs to be a mix of these are the people that I want to serve, like we just talked about, as well as these are the people that I'm currently serving. And those could be the same avatar or they could be different avatars. For the people that you are currently serving, and honestly the people that you want to serve, you just need to remember that everything you do, every decision that you make is either going to attract an avatar client or repel an avatar client. And that means thinking about the words that you're using. Language is powerful. So how are you phrasing things? What order are things going in, right? Like at my gym, I have boot camp, CrossFit, yoga, spin classes. You would get a different vibe if I said CrossFit, spin classes, yoga, boot camp, right? That small stuff matters. Also, the types of images that you're putting out there. Are you putting out, and most gyms are past this phase, thank God, but torn hand pictures, right? Where somebody did 1,000,000 pull-ups and they're just ripped to shreds. And you're like, look at this badass. Or are you putting out photos of happy, smiling members? Each of those decisions is going to have an impact on an avatar client. And so it's important to have these avatars so that you know that your messaging is going to work. Because if I am talking to competitive athletes, I'm going to be talking much differently to, my moms who are coming in to just be better at running after their kids. Okay, so we've thought about who we're gonna serve and realize that everything that we say or do to those groups matters. The next step is to take a look at how we can set up some of the groups. And that step involves just looking at your membership. Who are you currently serving? Let's go there. Is it, like for us, it's people that are new to fitness, so 0 to 2 years in their training history. Fun fact with this, Two Brain just put out some information on the folks who are getting started with fitness programs at our gyms right now. 70% of those people classify themselves as beginners to fitness. So if that is a market that you are totally ignoring, might be something that we want to flip our mindset on and really start to pay attention to. Is it busy entrepreneurs, busy moms and dads, stay-at-home moms, moms who go to work, people who play sports? Like, again, it's endless. You just have to look at your membership and start to pull people into different buckets. And once you've done that, it's time to think about, okay, if I were that person, what would help me? Or another way you can do it, and what I highly recommend, grab some coffee, take out somebody that fits into that category and just ask them, what do they need help with? How can you serve them more? What are things that we've done in our business that you loved? What are things that you've done in our business that you didn't love? And that one's going to be hard. People do not want to tell you things that are not going well because they're worried about hurting your feelings. So if you're going to ask them the stuff that isn't going well, make sure it's somebody that you trust and that you have a close relationship with. But just talking to your members in each category so that you can get some clarity around how they talk, right? And that's important. Do these interviews with like 3 people in each category and look for commonalities in each one that you can pull out. Another really, really important question is, what are we not doing right now? What service are we not offering that you want to see? Because ultimately, creating these avatars, the purpose for it is to create products for each category that make sense for them. It's going to help them get to the next step, right? These people already know, like, and trust you. And so it's going to be much easier if you create a product specific for them to get them to actually engage with it and use it because they already know you. And you talk to them and you know that this is one of their pain points or problems. Going this route is way better of an idea than just pulling something out of the dark and throwing it out to the world and hoping it's something that people want. Another way that you can classify some avatars is by common goals of your membership. So maybe you have a bunch of members that want weight loss. Maybe you have a bunch of members that want muscle gain, right? The common ones. Maybe you've got a ton of members that want to get their first pull-up, or a bunch of people that want to run a half marathon. So that's another way that you can go when thinking through these avatars are, what are their goal orientations? And then again, what services can I provide to help them hit that goal? And if you're doing athlete check-ins, you don't even need to meet with anyone to do this one. Just review all your athlete check-in paperwork, look for those commonalities and goals, and that will help you decide how you're going to talk, how you're going to engage with these different groups of people. Another sort of important thing to think through is the demographics and psychographics of the community at large. So who are the people that are around your gym? What are they typically doing? Are they working in the city? Is it farmland and they are out in the country? Are they having lots of kids? Is it mostly single people? All of these things, again, are going to matter. Not quite as much, in my opinion, as the psychographics or on how they identify or what their goals are or what they're looking for. But certainly talking to a 20-year-old is a lot different than talking to a 50-year-old. So analyzing not just your gym membership, but the area at large, so that you know where can you focus, where's the low-hanging fruit, what are the people that you can get into your gym because you're going to speak to them directly and you know that there's a lot of them within, let's call it a 5-mile radius of your building. All right, so I've hinted at this a couple of times, but ultimately the target here is to truly understand the different categories of people you're serving in your business. The more that you understand them, which is why, for me, really speaking to people that are like me is the easiest. And that's where most people start, because I know what I'm feeling. And so I know how to talk to other people who are engaging in life in a similar way to me. Unfortunately for me, that's not too many people, because I'm a little bit weird. But it really does help to think about putting yourself in somebody else's shoes. Walk a day in their shoes and think about what is happening from when they wake up to when they go to bed, so that we can create the products. And that's ultimately what this is all about, is how can I build stuff to solve these people's problems, which is then going to create more revenue for my business. All right, guys, that is thought on how to classify some avatars. What are the avatars that you have in your gym? What products have you built for those avatars? Leave that in the comments. Let's see what's successful with some other people. As always, hit that notifications bell so you don't miss my pretty mug. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. We put out so much good content and I don't want you to miss any of it. All right, guys, see you next time.